Today we're going to be talking about several of the Swamis who are presidents of the order, and we will begin with Swami Vishuddhananda. I appreciate you giving me some background information on these Swamis. Swami Vishuddhananda came to know about Sri Ramakrishna in 1904 and was initiated in 1906 by Holy Mother. Mother gave him and Swami Shivananda sannyasa and sent them to Varanasi in 1907. In 1908, he was sent to Madras to serve Swami Ramakrishna. But he found staying with Sashi Maharaj was very painful because he was a perfectionist and lost his temper. When he told this to Brahmananda Ji, he was told that unless there is love for Thakur, you cannot bear the words of other people. Otherwise, how can you want to give up the company of such a great soul? After 1 year, he was sent to Bangalore. In 1922, he became a trustee. He later went to stay in Ranchi for many years. In 1947, he became vice president. In 1962, he became the 8th president of the order. So, Swamiji, would you please tell us something about the first time you met Swami Vishuddhananda?
Vishuddhananda in a general way I met earlier also. But I think the first time it was in 1937 when I went in Bellarmat for my initiation. I became devoted to Swami Shivananda, who was vice president. And one day I spent some time, became very close to him. From that day onwards, every day I would go, and Shivananda would keep me occupied by giving me a book to see, pictures and other things. And one day, probably next day, Swami Vishuddhananda entered the room because his bed also was in the same room. In those days, vice president also had 2 roommates. Anyhow, so he introduced me. See, he is Swami Vishuddhananda. I am Shuddhananda, he is Vishuddhananda, greater than me. And Vishuddhananda began to smile. Then he told, this boy told me that he came to give me bhakti. A literal translation. Then Vishuddhananda explained, because he went to East Bengal and all that. But now in their area, to offer pranam, they call bhakti ditya shachi. That is the term they use. Like that he explained. That was the first time I met him.
So Swami Shivananda was younger or junior to Swami Vishuddhananda, or the other way around?
And he was telling he is greater than me.
I understand, but in
B, he has got B extra.
I understand, Swamiji.
No, he is much junior.
Swami Shivananda. Or
Vishuddhananda.
Vishuddhananda was much junior to Swami Shivananda.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
Swami Shivananda became president. After that, Virajananda. After that, Shankarananda. After that, Vishuddhananda in 60s.
Okay.
Whereas Vishuddhananda in 1938.
I see.
And died in 38 itself.
Yes.
So many more years.
I see. Okay. And then could you give us some more details about your meetings after that time with Swami Vishuddhananda, after 1937?
I have many times, of course, saluted him, but there was the occasion to become close to him or talk to him. Then, I should say, when he became president, then only I had some talk. I was made head of the Delhi Center, so I want to take leave of him. So I saluted and told that I am going that way. So he blessed me and was happy that I was going.
He blessed you by placing his hand on your head or by verbally blessing you?
That verbally blessed me.
Okay.
But I saluted, touching his feet. And of course he also told that Thakur's work you are going to do. So remember Ramakrishna and of course his work also. The Ramakrishna comes first. That idea. Then again he came to, or before that, I met him in Madras. He came there as vice president. And we used to take him, go every time, we used to sit with him at his feet, several of us, and talk to him. We of course would speak about spiritual practice. One or two times he gave lectures also, which we gave shape. He always stressed the idea of sadhana, along with seva. In that lecture, I was editor, so I put that lecture in our magazine also. But there he talked about the blending of both.
Huh.
So these are the occasions when I met him.
And when you talk about that he stressed sadhana, did he discuss specific practices with either the audience or with you, the monastic members?
Not so much. Japa and dhyana. By sadhana he meant japa and dhyana. He gave talks to devotees plus public lecture. That's all, nothing. Unless specially asked, he did not really give classes. No.
Did he have many disciples, Swamiji, that you are aware of? I mean, he went to Madras to initiate devotees?
I am not sure that he initiated very people, no.
And what particular feature of his personality or his presence do you remember most?
He is calm and serene. But later days, when he became active vice president, initiating and all that, he became very enthusiastic talker. So much so, President Sankaranji once, somebody came to him and I wanted to hear his advice. He said, I don't give advice, but if you want, go to the guest house, the radio is going on. Then that devotee told the Swami Vishuddhananda. So he laughed loudly and said, did it Amulya Maharaj told you? Yes.
Can you share any other details about Swami Vishuddhananda? Did you ever receive any correspondence from him, or?
I did not receive, but some stories I know about him.
Please share those.
So there was one Gangacharan Maharaj, Videha Ananda. He came to Madras and told his story. He was a worker of Swami Vishuddhananda. Now Vishuddhananda came to Ranchi because Swami Sarada wanted to send him. And then he passed on. So Vishuddhananda was sent there till he came to Belrumat and then went for Benares. So for many years he was there, 46 or so. Anyhow, so he was a young man and only one brahmachari, not too many people. And whole day he would spend in japa and dhyana. Evening only he would meet people in the evening. And many people became his admirers. So one day this young Swami, in those days they would get sannyas very quickly, in 2-3 years. Anyhow, he went, Maharaj, everybody is doing preaching work. We should do some preaching here. So he told, you see, Gangacharan, you put on your chadar. Inside often don't use chadar. Put your chadar and go around the market. And seeing you, people will be talking about you. Some people will say, he's a parasite, live on other people. Some will know they're very good people, they live spiritual life, talk spirituality. So they will go on talking for half an hour. Now what is the purpose of your lecture? To make them think about spiritual life. And they have made it. So you need not open your mouth. You can just walk around. So that was the interesting story he told us. I used to tell that story. How they believed in that life itself will tell. a formal type of. And he would not lecture much. Even Madras, when he presided over a meeting, he told a few words, of course, which we gave shape, but not long, not a regular lecture. But Vice President, President itself, the importance who talks. So you could talk. By that time, he became a talker, but not a lecturer at the platform, but talking. He would go on talking. Several books have come out about his advice and all that to the disciples and all that. So,
Do you know any other stories about him, Swamiji, or things that he might have said?
we had heard from others that when Maharaj sent him to Swami Ramakrishna Order, he told he is all the time immersed in meditation. Then, of course, once the talk came to do some sadhana and all that, going into quiet, Maharaj encouraged him, yes, it was quite good for you that way. And three friends went for seeing Holy Mother when Mother gave sannyas. That is, one is Shantananda, another is Girijananda, and another was Vishuddhananda. Vishuddhananda and Shantananda neighbors. So mutually they became very, very intimate and all that. There is a story there. He used to tell that his parents died, but still he felt that his younger sister was there. Though she was married, just married, that he has some responsibility. Then after some days she died. And he had a dream, Rani Bala. She says, Brother Dada, I have died, but now you are free. And sure enough, after some time he renounced and joined the order.
So Swami Vishuddhananda knew many of the direct disciples,
Yes.
Holy Mother, Swami Brahmananda, Swami Ramakrishna
All
Order,
of them.
probably Swami Turiyananda.
Turiyananda gave him very, yes, inspiring words Turiyananda gave. And all of them she knew. It seems Brahmananda told about him, he is a Yogabhrashta Rishi. He is a Rishi who has fallen from that highest yoga. So now he is born with that idea. And somehow I read it is Shambhu Maharaj who, somebody read that he believed, Madhavendra believed that Vishuddhananda, Shantananda, Girijananda, they were men of special realization. And that is why Shantananda was made trustee in 1930, whereas Madhavananda and Vishuddhananda in 1922, earlier. Though Shantananda was same age as Vishuddhananda.
Was he ever sent to East Bengal, Swamiji, that you know? Did Swami Vishuddhananda
He
ever
went
visit?
for doing some relief work in the early days. In Chandpur and others where some relief was going on. In later date he had prostate operation and then he was grounded. Yeah. There is his early life story is there. When he was a boy, parents died, so his mother's mother brought him and his sister up. Now the boy was probably a little mischievous or something because mother said, go and bring some sweets from the shop. But he told that don't bring with your shoes on. Vishuddhananda was president only for 3 months. He went for a surgery and died, not on the table, but after some time, after a few days. And Vishuddhananda was for 6 months. So But he had a large number of disciples, especially in Assam and other places. As a vice president, many people he initiated. He was full of spiritual talks. 2-3 quite big books have come out on his talks and all that. Mainly about sadhana, sadhan bhajan. That type was more stress was given by him. Yeah, that much.
Those books are only in Bengali, I
Bengali.
assume. Swamiji, do you recall who his secretary or any of his attendants were?
Attendant, I remember. Attendant was Ashu. Ashu Maharaj, who was our batchmate for sannyas. He was his attendant.
I see.
And must be 1 or 2 more. But because he was our batchmate, we know him more. And secretary, yes, I remember when President I took leave, there was one called Bankim Maharaj. I don't know sannyas name. He was the, wait. Yes, he was this head Shabak, but I think he was the secretary also. Yeah.
Okay, Swamiji.
Goswami Shankarananda had Suparnananda. Satyanath Maharaj was a big singer. After that,
And were there any particular accomplishments that were during the period of his presidency that happened in the order at that time? Anything that you recall particularly?
3
only
months.
3 months, right? Only 3 months. Okay, forget
the
that question.
main work you could say that I became the head of Delhi.
Okay. Okay.